Hi, I'm Victoria Gallagher with HipTalk.com, and I help business owners and entrepreneurs just like yourself who want success in their business to finally have that success that they want and deserve without all the struggle. Success doesn't have to be a struggle. So if you're feeling stuck right now, or that you have to suffer or you have to struggle in order to succeed, there's a perfectly good reason why you're feeling that way, and it has to do with the way your mind works, with the limiting beliefs that are stuck in your mind. So what I help people do is break through those limiting beliefs and create new beliefs to help them achieve success. You see, you really can have everything that you want. You're meant for success. But if the deeper, more powerful part of your mind isn't in alignment with your idea of success, then guess what? It's not going to happen for you. It doesn't matter how hard you work. It doesn't matter how badly you want it. It doesn't even matter how much effort you put into making it happen. If that part of your mind hasn't accepted your idea of success, it's not going to happen. So if you're anything like I was when I first started out, when I was trying to grow my business 20 years ago, then there's a few things that you might relate to that are probably standing in your way right now. Maybe you've noticed some of these habit patterns. The first one is perfectionism. You keep perfecting and perfecting and perfecting your idea, trying to make it flawless, and you never actually get it done. You're always tweaking it, improving it, and this is really slowing down your progress. Took me a little while to get that. The next one is simply fear of failure, which is one of the most debilitating challenges that people in your shoes experience. I was there, I know. You're so worried about losing or failing, but you never actually could fail because you're too afraid to actually take any of the risks of putting yourself out there, putting yourself into the game. And so you're playing it safe. And this is a huge deterrent to your growth and your success. And finally, you feel stuck in self-doubt. You feel that what you have is never good enough. You haven't tried hard enough. You worry about what could go wrong rather than focusing on what could go right. You're afraid of being judged. You're afraid that your ideas just aren't good enough, or that you don't know enough, or that people are going to figure you out and figure out that you're actually just a fraud because you don't know enough, right? Listen, I know how you feel. I was in that exact same place myself before growing my business to an amazing 6-figure business, which is quickly moving into a 7-figure business. I have my dream job. I really do. I get paid to be exactly who I am every single day of my life. I get to wake up every day excited about working because I get to focus my energy on creating amazing courses and products that transform people's lives. I love what I do, and I have so much fun doing it. But man, getting to this place was not easy for me because, well, you could say I am a little hard-headed. And as much as I knew all there is to know about how the mind works, it was so ingrained in me from a really early age, watching my family struggle, watching my dad work around the clock, thinking about work constantly. You have to work hard to succeed was a mantra that was just so difficult for me to let go of. And so that's exactly what I did when I was first starting my business. When I first started my business, I struggled a lot. I worked my butt off for the first several years, like 18 hours a day or even more sometimes. I'd fall asleep in front of the computer. I'd stay up late nights falling asleep in my office. I pulled all-nighters. Yet the crazy thing about it was that it seemed like the harder I was working, the harder things got. Like I don't know, something just always created a setback or another setback, one disappointment after another. And I kept trying and trying, and nothing I tried was getting any traction to truly grow my business. And unfortunately, I eventually blew through all my money, all my savings. I even had to declare bankruptcy, which sucked. It took a long time to recoup from that. Also, I wasn't really taking good care of myself. I wasn't eating right. I wasn't working out. I was getting out of shape. I wasn't meditating. I wasn't even getting any fresh air. I was just sitting in front of my computer constantly. And I think the lowest point for me was having to ask my dad to borrow money. This was something that I told myself I would never do. And even worse than that was having to borrow money from a friend one day to pay my bills. And I was really, really stuck. I couldn't figure out how to break through and just get that success that I knew was waiting for me. And I thought, what the heck is wrong with me? I worked so hard and nothing ever seemed to work to get my business to really, really take off. But then in that exact same moment that I felt all that heavy weight upon me, that was a moment, and I don't consider myself a religious person by any means, but it was a moment. It was like an epiphany. I'll never forget it, where let's just say somehow I tapped into something so much greater than me. And I felt like I was really given this important message, not just a message for me, but a message that I'd ultimately share with you. And the message didn't come to me in any like exact words. It was more like somehow I became really aware of all my power, of all my potential, how I was keeping myself so small. I got to see myself from the outside of myself, if that makes any sense. I could clearly see this silly little powerless little victim game that I was playing. It was like I had somehow remembered who I really was, that I was a much, much bigger person than I had been being. I had forgotten about who I really was. This successful person was hidden from my awareness. So the old way of doing things, I felt like I didn't have any control over my success. I just knew that I wanted it and that I would never give up. But with my new awareness, I came to a place where success became effortless. I felt more powerful. I got my confidence back. I got my belief back in myself. And that makes everything that I'm doing today so much easier than it ever was before. And I know that I'm the one that is in control of my success. Now, I think about something that I want to happen in my business, and that thing just happens somehow. It just falls into place because I've completely shifted who I was in that moment, from someone who was feeling beat up by life's circumstances and feeling powerless to get ahead, to becoming someone who now people look up to as a source of light and inspiration, and who helps people to step into their power and transform their lives and their businesses. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty gratifying waking up every day really excited about all the fun things that I get to do during the day. And I still do put in the hours, but life is a lot different now. For one, I absolutely do not worry anymore about where the money is coming from. It's just a fact that it comes in every day. And quite frankly, the less I focus on the money, the more it happens. The more I focus on who I am and just being of service to people, that is when more money comes to me. So I do that. I focus on what I love, and I focus on writing and recording and public speaking events, and I have a team of people who handle all the things that I don't really want to do anymore. I meditate every day. I spend quality time with my soulmate. I get out of the house. I get fresh air every day, and life is a lot easier, and I'm living a pretty good life. I do exactly what I want when I want. Creating a successful business in the past used to mean struggling, putting in a lot of hard work, experiencing lots of frustration, lots of anxiety, and lots of disappointment. But what I've learned from growing my business to the level it's grown to now is that it's not about struggle and it's not about hard work. It truly comes down to what you believe is possible for you at the deeper level and shifting yourself so that you're completely in alignment mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually with your heart's desire. That's what being a success in business is all about. Living from your passion, bringing your heart's desire to fruition. It's not meant to be hard. It's meant to be fun. And trust me, if someone as hard-headed as me can make that kind of breakthrough and achieve effortless success and abundance, then so can you. So, if you're ready to achieve success and finally have the business you want and deserve, then let me give you 4 steps right now that are going to help you to move forward in the direction of your dream business. So, the first step is awareness. All right, it starts with A, aware. Become aware of exactly what you desire to achieve. Step 2 starts with B, beliefs. You can have whatever you want, but you have to release the unconscious limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck. Step 3 is a C, create. You need to create a definite plan for your success. And step 4 is D, decide. Decide and do it. You need to be committed. You need to take consistent, daily, focused action based on your definite plan for success. So now you can simply remember these 4 points just as easily as you can remember the alphabet A, B, C, D. A is for aware, B is for beliefs, C is for create, and D is for decide. Now, what do you think is the one thing that stops most people from applying this process? You're right, it's B, it's your beliefs. You've got to get those handled right now because those limiting beliefs are the main thing that are keeping you stuck exactly where you are right now. It's the same thing that's keeping you from using the success process. Is the same thing that's going to keep you from having success in your business. So I want you just to take action on this right now. Go ahead and take action on these 4 steps. Just do them. Take out a pen, take out a piece of paper, or you can use your computer if you want. And I want you to spend no more than 20 minutes on this process because I know all you perfectionists out there, you're going to want to spend days on this assignment. Don't do it. Just spend 20 minutes, break it down into 4 5-minute steps. So I just want you to spend 5 minutes on each of these 4 letters. Write down aware and then ask yourself, what do I want? Do you know what you want? If you don't know what you want, then don't get hung up here. Just start by writing down the basic idea of what you want, and then you can drill it down. What's even more important than that? What's even more important than that? What's even more important than that? So just spend 5 minutes there. B, beliefs. What's stopping me? And again, just write down the first thing that comes to your mind. Don't lift your pen from your paper until 5 minutes is up. It doesn't have to even make sense for you. Just do this. C, create a plan for your success. Now, in this step, it doesn't have to be the whole staircase, the whole master plan. We're not going to do that right now. Just the first step. What's the very, very first thing that you're going to do? And then finally, D, decide to act on that. There's no mistakes. You can't make a mistake here. Any action that you take is better than no action at all. So now here's what I would love for you to do. Number one, be sure to take your 20 minutes and do your assignment. That's one. Two, go ahead and click like on this video, because if you made this far, you must like what you're hearing. So like it, and don't be greedy, all right? Share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, wherever. That's coming from abundance. And when we come from abundance, that comes back to us manyfold. 3, please go ahead and just leave me a comment on this video so that I understand what your biggest takeaway is from watching this. And 4, be sure to stay tuned for my next video. So once again, I'm Victoria Gallagher. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has helped you in some way, and I'm wishing you a success-filled day. I'll be talking with you really soon. Bye.